guys?
Hey, hi, Joy. What a beautiful green dress you have on today. There, I beat you to the punch. Now we can go on with the show. Got that out of the way.
You done that?
It is a beautiful green dress.
Thank you.
You done that, Skip?
Yep.
Joe, that's a nice dress. I mean, where are you going after this? I mean, what's going on, Joe?
I've got things to do. Places to see today, you know. Figured I'd dress up.
Skip and I invited?
No.
I don't know.
No?
You want to?
Oh, you don't want to go, huh?
I don't want to go. I'd get in trouble.
Yeah. Well, Skip has workout.
How are you?
You know?
Yeah.
Skip ain't doing nothing.
Skip already did, what, 8 miles this morning?
I did my 8 miles.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
You heard what
8
my
hours?
guy said.
8 hours of sleep?
5.5.
Should be so lucky. Well, let's get it started. Let's get into the latest with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. We're just 17 days away from their mega fight in Vegas. Floyd is a perfect 49-0 in his career, and he's a heavy favorite. But he hasn't fought in nearly 2 years. Mayweather talked about his age heading into the fight, saying, "I'm not the same fighter I was 2 years ago. I'm not the same fighter I was 5 years ago. I lost a step. I used to have a 90% knockout ratio. It's obvious I slipped somewhere. When you look at myself and Conor McGregor on paper, he's taller, he has a longer reach. He's a bigger man from top to bottom. He's a lot younger, so youth is on his side, and I've been off a couple of years, and I'm in my 40s. So if you look at everything on paper, it leans toward Conor." Shannon?
Shannon?
What do you make of Floyd's comments?
What do you make of Floyd's comments, Shannon?
I make a Floyd is trying to sell this fight. He realized that ticket sales are lagging, Skip. Now, we don't know what the pay-per-view buys are going to be. We won't know that information until after the fight. But we do know this. There are a lot of tickets available for this fight. Now, he's got to convince the people that this fight will be different than all the 49 other fights that he's fought. Everybody knows that Floyd Mayweather is a defensive fighter. He's arguably the greatest defensive fighter of all times.
Yeah.
So in order for him to convince people that this will be different, he has to give the people give them something that they can believe, that Conor McGregor can actually beat Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I'm 49-0, but he's a bigger man, top to bottom, longer reach. He's younger. I hadn't knocked out someone in a very long time. He good. He this and that. Skip, you and I both know Floyd Mayweather would not have taken this fight if he thought for 1 second he could possibly lose. Because that 49-0, he fought Berto, Skip. He had no business fighting Berto. But he wanted to be 49-0. He wasn't going to fight anybody that could have a chance because his whole thing was getting to 49-0. Rocky Marciano, the great heavyweight champ, was 48-0. He's the only fighter to fight and end his career undefeated. And that's what Floyd wanted. Now, Floyd now wants a nice round number. It's a big payday. I mean, this fight would have been hard to turn down. But he could have got a big payday fighting Golovkin. He could have fought Triple G. Could have made him probably about $50, $60 million. But not at that risk. Not at this record's risk. You and I both know Floyd has fought one way for 49 fights. That's to get in a defensive stance. And when you come at him, he'll pick you off. Now, if he feels he's behind, he will up the tempo somewhat. But more times than not, Floyd is not going to take any chances. That's not what he does. He's a counterpuncher. He'll pull you in, you shoot, he throws over the top, or he comes underneath. That's what he does, Skip. Now, you like, oh, yeah, Floyd. That's right, Floyd. Come at him. And while you're at it, be wearing 4-ounce gloves. As a matter of fact, let's just don't even have on any gloves. Just bare knuckle like old street. And as a matter of fact, let's just go behind. We don't need to fight the MGM Grand.
Yep.
Let's go behind the MGM Grand and just fight, just slug it out. That's what you want to happen. But it's not. And even though I do not believe Floyd will take this fight to him, I don't believe Floyd believes he had a chance, that Conor McGregor has a chance to beat him. He going to beat the brakes off Conor McGregor. And you know what? I'm going to love it. And you going to hate it.
You know, the first mistake you just made is Conor McGregor doesn't have any brakes on him.
Yeah,
there are no brakes on that guy.
Oh, yeah, he does.
He's got no edit button, no brakes.
Well, he should stop. What happened how did he stop when Nate Diaz got him? The first fight against Nate Diaz.
Speaking of fighting a bigger man, a guy who outweighed him by, I'm going to guess, 40 pounds and had, 5 inches of reach on him and got him on the ground. It's called wrestling, sumo-style wrestling, and he just pinned him. He pinned him.
Oh, how did he get him on the ground? He put them fangs on him first and knock him down,
He didn't knock him down. He got a hold of him and dragged him down.
Yeah.
See, this is MMA fighting. This is
Yeah.
UFC. All of a sudden, Conor gets to do what Conor has always done very best, what he did against Nate Diaz the second time around when he said, I want him soon. I want him now. when obviously Dana White is saying, you can't do this. It's too quick to fight him. He said, no, I want him now. And he got him now because he stood up in the octagon the whole fight, and he punched him into submission, just the way he will punch
He didn't
Floyd.
punch him into submission.
Yes,
he won a split decision, Skip. It wasn't unanimous.
It was.
I mean, a majority
It
decision.
was convincing. He outboxed Nate Diaz, a much bigger, much longer man, and he rocked him and knocked him down numerous times.
He outboxed a guy that doesn't box by fashion. Okay.
Much bigger man.
What that got to do with it, Skip?
You know, back to Floyd may or may not Weather Jr. You know what? I have learned a long time ago, don't believe a single word that comes out of Floyd's mouth. That was the biggest bunch of phony baloney I have ever heard. I don't know what is he. It was like a mix of Don King and Bob Arum trying to hype the fight by a guy in Floyd who's not much of a huckster and hypester. He's not very good at it. So it comes off as just glaringly insincere and inauthentic. He's trying to hype a fight, as you point out, that the ticket sales are a little slow because they're so expensive. I think it will pick up as we get closer to August 26th.
Well, we might need to pick up our tickets now while they're on the cheap end.
Yeah, maybe. I hope we don't have to buy our tickets for this one.
Stop being cheap, Skip.
Yeah, stop being cheap. Well, I just save my money, unlike somebody else.
You spend it on due.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one question before you continue to go? You don't believe Floyd is going to take this fight to Conor, and you don't believe that Floyd believes that Conor has a chance to beat him, but you did believe Floyd when he said he wanted to fight Conor in 4 ounces or 8 ounce gloves, correct?
Well, that was just a dare. That was like an open challenge. Didn't he put it on, help me out, Instagram?
Well, hell,
didn't he like type it? He typed it and put it out there for all to see. Let's wear 8 ounce gloves. I'm going to have to take that as his printed word as a challenge.
Well, he just
do it.
He was telling you what he's going to do and how Conor McGregor can beat him. So you don't take a man at his word, but you take him at his tight word.
That was a dare, but it was a phony dare. It was a fake tough guy dare because you know and I know the Nevada State Boxing Commission rules are 154 is 10 ounces.
10 ounces.
Period. End of story. And I told you, this is different. This is a hybrid fight. This is MMA and boxing. And the purse strings are controlled by one Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah,
the biggest draw in the history of Las Vegas. I just said a mouthful there because he is the biggest draw in the history.
Say it. I want you to say this.
This is going to be the biggest event in the history of an event town, right?
Well, say this. He's the A side. Say it.
The A side is the global draw that is Conor McGregor. That's why Floyd could command whatever he wanted. If he said tomorrow, if he said, fight's postponed if we don't wear 8 ounce gloves, what do you think Nevada would do? What do you think Las Vegas would do? They'd say, okay, take it elsewhere. Baloney, they would.
Skip, you don't
take it to Madison Square Garden. Baloney.
Skip, you don't want to start that precedent. This, Skip, here's the thing.
You're just protecting him.
No, I'm not. Skip.
Poor little Floyd with his brittle hands. He's got arthritic hands. Skip, he does.
Skip, this is not Rocky versus Thunderlips. This is a real fight. Somebody resume. Now, Floyd wants to be 50-0, or Conor's going to be 0-1 in his boxing career. This is what's going to happen. This is not Muhammad Ali and Gorilla Monsoon. You actually think this is a joke. This is for real.
I don't know the Rocky movies. Forgive me.
Oh, you
I saw the first one, but I wasn't.
Well, Hulk Hogan was
Thunderlips. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Thunderlips with Hulk Hogan.
I'm
sorry. You got me in there.
He's a wrestler, though.
I do real stuff, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, you know what? I love wrestling. I grew up on wrestling.
Did you really?
Yeah, I used to go to it all the time. My grandpa used to take me and my brother.
Did you know it was not real, or?
I tell you what, you better not have said that to my grandma. See,
my
grandfather, because I saw him throw plenty of people out the house when they say it's not real, Barney.
Okay.
He said, well, you get the you-know-what out my house.
I respect that. Okay, so back to Floyd. So he's trying to do this phony baloney huckster hypester, and it was the biggest bunch of poor-mouthing I've heard since Nick Saban was trying to sell the media a year ago on how tough their games were going to be against Kent State and Chattanooga. Remember that?
Yeah.
You hear Nick at his press conference saying, oh, they're a tough football. They're deep, and they got a lot of skill. And baloney. So here's the irony of everything Floyd said yesterday. He was just trying to hype the fight.
Yeah.
But the truth was, the unwitting truth was, and I'll be the only one who will say this, but he was actually predicting his own demise because I'm buying everything he said, even though he was just trying to sell it. But you got to listen, every point he made was the blueprint for why Conor McGregor has a great shot in this fight, because as Conor said in all the 4 media sessions, Floyd, you're too little, right? Mm-hmm. And there was a great quote in ESPN, the magazine, the other day, a piece that just came out, and one of Conor's great quotes is that if you tell the truth about somebody, they will crumble. That's what he believes about life. If you just look them right in the eye and tell them the flat-out truth that just penetrates to their soul, they will crumble. And that's what Conor was doing in the media sessions. Floyd even told his father, remember, yelling across the media throng, he's too little. He is. He's too little. His hands are brittle. His hand, what did Conor say? It's bricks versus, these little brittle hands.
Could I catch your question? Do you think anybody has ever told Floyd Mayweather in his life he's too little?
No.
Skip, the man is 5'6" tall, weighs 140
the other
pounds.
opponents all had too much respect for him. This guy has no rules. He's completely unorthodox. He didn't come from the boxing world. There's no reverence for Floyd Mayweather the way everybody else had a reverence. Like, this is how you do it, and this is how you have to have some respect for Floyd going in. And even in the press conferences, everybody had some respect. They would all say, I'm going to beat him. But you could tell in the end, they were reverential toward Floyd. Not this guy.
Skip, it's a boxing match. It's kind of, look, I look at it like this. Boxers are going to show great deference to all-time great fighters. You don't think they show deference in MMA to Horace Gracie? Of course they do, because he was the guy that started this. He won the first 2 MMA. Skip Harris, the guy at 170 pounds, and he was submitting guys 265. So they're going to show great reverence toward him.
Compare anybody to Conor McGregor. He's shattering the mold.
John Jones is the best fighter in MMA history.
Okay,
period.
This guy
point blank.
Is crazy great. John Jones is not crazy. He's a really smart, deep dude. We had him sitting here,
yes.
2 weeks ago. And I have nothing but respect for him, but he's in a whole nother weight class. This is a 154-pound guy who is the baddest man at that weight on the planet. And Floyd's up against something he does not understand, which is amusing to me because he can just keep on trying to hype. But he's actually giving the blueprint, because when he says, I'm old, he is old. He's 40 years of age.
Same age as Tom Brady.
Yeah. Okay, but does Tom box? Is Tom going to go head-to-head with a 29-year-old? No.
Right.
No?
So
is Tom going to fist fight a 29-year-old on opening Sunday? No, come on.
Some of those, but I love how you use age against Floyd, but Tom Brady's going to play till he's 45. I get it. Now I'm going to give you this. I side with you.
Okay,
he's trying to sell this fight.
Going. Obviously, Floyd is a little slower than he used to be, because hand speed is everything to Floyd. Head speed is everything to Floyd. The bob and the weave, the ability to duck the punch, to shoulder roll the punch, right? You've lost just a touch of your speed, which makes you slightly vulnerable at age 40. And furthermore, here's the point. Has Tom Brady played a real football game in the last 3 years? Because Floyd is almost 3 years since he had a real fight. I'm not counting the Pacquiao fight, because Pacquiao had a torn rotator cuff that he had to get fixed the day after the fight.
He had a torn butt, too, when he left the ring.
All right. But he was fighting a one-armed man, and he should have lost that fight, because he completely ran from him the whole fight, and the aggressor should have won the fight, and the aggressor was Pacquiao.
Oh, you said he's lost some speed in his hand speed. Do you think Conor McGregor hand speed is still better than Floyd's?
So it's on par.
Skip, stop playing.
Now let's get to punching power. And it was funny that Floyd said, I used to have this high knockout ratio. And I'm thinking, you did? When? When you were a teenager?
No.
Because seriously.
Gotti, Sean Bay Mitchell.
Oh, please. The last knockout he registered, a real live knockout, a fair knockout, not the sucker punch of Victor Ortiz. We talked to Victor on the show. It was a sucker.
A man that can't
talking to the referee.
How does a man that can't crack eggs knock somebody out?
Because he gets a running start, hits him twice when he's not looking. That's how you knock
that's what happens.
Out.
The punches you don't see. That's how you're going to get Conor McGregor up out of there.
Floyd, the last real KO he had, knockout, May 22nd, 1999, Justin Juco. Look it up. The immortal Justin Juco. And you're talking about your high knockout ratio? What are you talking about? 1999, let's see, it's 2017. That was 18 years ago. Was your last knockout?
It was not, Skip.
It was.
Skip, just because, Skip.
Look it up.
Just because they don't take you out the square on a stretcher doesn't mean. He knocked out Ricky Hatton. He knocked him out. That was 2007.
Technical. He didn't drop him. He didn't KO him.
So what happened?
They stopped the fight.
They keep him from getting hurt.
Ricky Hatton? Are we going to bring up? You really going to try to bring some credibility to this with
Ricky Hatton was the world champion.
Did you see what Pacquiao did to Ricky Hatton? It was a joke.
I saw what Mayweather did to Ricky Hatton.
Okay,
I saw what Mayweather did to Pacquiao.
I can see what you would do to Ricky Hatton right now, right here, right now.
I do the same thing to McGregor.
To McGregor? Oh,
yeah.
You know what? You're just bitten off way more than you can.
First of all,
Skip, and I would pay to see that.
Skip, Ricky Hatton is 15 pounds smaller than you. You 170. So he won 50, 155.
Okay, well,
Skip,
just don't
there's a heavyweight class. There's a heavyweight class. He don't want none of this. He can't wear this jacket.
What did Victor Ortiz says? That Floyd, this is back on September 17th of 2011.
Yes.
That's still 6 years ago. That Floyd couldn't crack an egg 6 years ago? Now he's 40 years of age. Do you think in your wildest dreams that Conor McGregor is afraid of Floyd Mayweather?
No.
And then Floyd's huffing and puffing about the audience. They didn't like the Pacquiao fight, so I'm coming for him. What was his line? I'm going to go get him, or whatever it was.
I owe the public.
I owe the public. Baloney. You're not going. Your only hope in this fight is to run from a guy who has two-fisted knockout power. You want to go engage with him?
First of all, he could knock out people at a smaller weight because he was fighting in 8-ounce gloves. This was before the brittle hands. He started hurting his hands, and so as he moved up in weight, obviously there are very few, and that's why people suspected that Pacquiao, because as he was moving up in weight, he was still dismantling people. How does a guy start out fighting at 106 and KOing people at 154? We had never seen anything like this before. So that's why all the speculation, although he never flunked a drug test. But Floyd Mayweather, Skip, his hand speed, are his hands as fast as he was when he was 29 or 30? No. But his hand speed is still better than Conor McGregor's. Conor McGregor will never, ever have the kind of hand speed, Skip, because he can't just specifically train to box. He has to do other things. Now, Floyd Mayweather, all he's ever done was speed bag work, heavy bag work, mitt work, and putting them things outside people's heads. You know this.
I don't know this.
Now, hold on. Now, Ortiz told you. He said, I was standing right there. He's like, come on, champ. Bam. Come on, champ. I know you got more than that. Bam. And I'm thinking to myself.
No, not bam. Pop.
Okay. He's like, pop. He's like, crack. And he's like, this guy can't crack an egg. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, get up. I can't.
He got sucker punched twice.
Skip,
He's trying to apologize to the referee, and Floyd just gets a running start and hits him. You know what? If you gave me a running start twice and I get to hit you in the jaw as hard as I could swing, I might be able to knock you down.
All you're going to do is make me mad, Skip. I was like, oh, Skip, I got to get you now. Skip, first of all, you've seen situations like, okay, that was a flash knockdown, because the guy got hit with something that he didn't see. Skip, it's just like football. When guys, you're like, why didn't that hurt? Because I saw the guy coming. Skip, it's those ones you don't see. It's that right, that left, that uppercut that you don't see that comes out of nowhere that gets you up out of there. And that's what's going to happen, because Floyd Mayweather can throw punches from a lot of different angles. He said he's going to be wearing
Do you really believe that he's going to go on the offensive?
No.
Thank you.
But I believe Conor will, and Conor will open himself up.
Sure. Oh, he'll be coming the whole fight.
Oh, no, he won't.
Well,
no, everybody start coming the whole fight. And then Floyd get into that defensive stance. He give you a small target. He don't face on because there's more to hit. See, I give you this, and then I hide behind this. So now I ain't worried about nothing. I got my chin here. I got it right here. So guess what? When I pull you in, this is what Floyd Senior was trying to get you to do, the pull move. You come in, you shoot, I'm coming over the top. I'm going to drag you in, and I'm going to shoot this right to your jaw.
Pop.
Yep.
Mosquito bite.
Yep. And how many people does mosquitoes kill? More than Mack Trunks? Little old small mosquitoes like, what's wrong with you, next thing you know?
Yeah, if they're infected with diseases.
And that's what he going to be infected with, rights and lefts. Bloop, bloop, eyes shut.
Yeah. McGregor's going to be thinking, Did he hit me just now or not?
Yeah.
Maybe he did, or maybe
You were
he
like,
didn't. I don't know.
Ernestine gonna be at the fight like, Skip, did he eat sloppy joes for lunch? His mouth just bloody like a manwich. Blood everywhere, Joey.
When does that ever happen?
It's gonna be everywhere.
Did you see Pacquiao after 12 rounds with may or may not weather? He looked like he'd been to a picnic.
No.
And I don't mean anything on his face. He looked like he'd had a day at the beach.
Ooh. Hey, Jenny already told me. Jenny was here last week, Joy, filling in for you. She did a good job. Glad to have you back. Jenny said, can I get her in? I said, Jenny, you in. And at 10, your boy Shan on that end.
You're quoting Jenny and Joy's presence?
No, I said she wanted.
That's
Jenny said she
insulting.
wanted
to go to the party.
She want to go to the after party.
Oh.
You're not going.
Well, I'm on Team Joy.
Ernestine, you want to go have a good time and hang in the winter's camp. Your boy.